Comrade Petrov, we might have a problem. I don't see the exit.
Whoa, cool.
How in the name of God? An established base camp?
Is this what I was looking for? That is half a man.
This is literal hell.
How's it going, everybody? Bobe here. Today we'll be playing a horror game called The Additional Dimension. It's the 1970s, and the Soviet particle collider just punched a hole through the fabric of reality, opening a new dimension, and I will be the first person to step into this new dimension. Let's jump right in and see what's gonna happen together.
Doc, do you copy?
I'm here.
Finally, the signal's through. Listen, the mission is about to begin.
All right.
So I have to read you the protocol line by line, according to the manual.
Just tell me what's going on.
Right. Protocol 324. By order of the Institute's Party Department, regarding the implementation of the Deep Spatial Probe.
Yeah?
3 hours ago, our experimental team confirmed the theoretical model of Comrade Professor Yakovenko. The Lenin State Collider has successfully accelerated a particle to, exceed the speed of light.
What?
Which created a breach into a completely new dimension packed inside our world.
Alright. That sounds
Operation
pretty crazy.
Codename Expedition Number 1. The date is July 7th, 1970.
I'm the first expedition? Alright.
It is a great honor for you to be the first human to step into this new frontier of Soviet science.
You say so, man.
Your only task is to deploy the sensor array, activate the transmitter, and get the hell out.
I'll try, I guess.
The elevator is reaching the terminal deck now. Good luck, comrade. Bring us some good data.
I will do my best. So I gotta put down sensor arrays and explore a whole new dimension. And I'm the first one ever? What if I don't come back? Well, I guess we're gonna have to figure this out. We'll find out together if this place is safe or not. I have a bad feeling about this. What are we? We're going into the Soviet version of the back rooms? We're gonna be lost for all eternity? Well, hopefully not. Alright, well I can run. Oh, nice, dude. See my arms and stuff? Very cool. Oh, that's awesome.
That column, or whatever it is, will be a suitable place for a transmitter.
Am I already in here? Alright, do you want me to put one down? Gotcha. Beep beep. There you go.
Okay. I can see the data is coming in. Signal is strong and steady. Good job, Doc. We're wrapping things up here. Come back to the elevator.
What? That was it? Well, this dimension doesn't seem too spooky. Just a little bit strange how the columns are. But alright, sure. Let's go back. Can I go back? What? Wait a second. No.
Comrade Petrov, we might have a problem. I don't see the exit.
What the?
Comrade Petrov, do you copy? Please respond.
Oh, my guy's having a panic attack. Oh no. I got trapped in a loop?
Where the hell am I?
I don't know. Where the hell am I? Now the sensor's gone. Uh-oh. What? Now the door's gone. You kidding me right now? Come on, it was just that... illusion. Oh, great. This whole place is just full of illusions? Oh, here we go. Right, invisible walls. I'm down with that, I guess. Except now I'm running into darkness. Hello? Is there anything in this other dimension? Well, I don't like that I'm seeing bloody handprints already. Wait, have other people been here? There's some sort of mathematical formulas on the ground. The walls don't seem complete. Are you sure I'm the first person to be here?
What the hell? This is our Collider project calculations. But how is this possible? Wait. The transformation matrix. It's completely different. Why would it depend on time if...
Uh-oh.
Oh, God. No.
Wait a minute. Is this like me that did this? But we're trapped in some sort of time loop? So I'm back at the beginning even though I'm the one that did this? Maybe years after being trapped in here? Uh-oh. Well, this isn't good for this poor soul. I guess I'm trapped here for all eternity. But I have no idea. What are we gonna find? Want to know. So curious. Okay, well, there's multiple ways to go, but this way looks like it has an end. Hello? Whoa, cool. What? What?
What the fuck was that?
I do not know. What the hell is going on here? I see red over there, but it also looks like the ground is gone. I don't know if I should risk it. Can I? Oh, it's so sketchy feeling. I feel like I'm gonna fall through the ground. Well, we're going this way. Don't worry. We'll make it. We'll make it through. I won't be dying in this place. I refuse. This now. Oh no, did I find another dead end? Oh, wait. Damn illusionary walls. Okay. Oh, we got sunlight maybe? What's going on over here? Or not. Oh, Lord. Well, at least it's brighter over here. What is that? Huh?
How in the name of God? An established base camp? Look at those crates.
Yeah, what happened here? Am I traveling through time? Am I like the oldest person who's been sent here, but I'm trapped here forever? 1980... No way. Okay. Well, great. Now it's 1985. Exactly 4 hours ago, we successfully breached the anomaly. Spatial deviation from the primary target coordinates was roughly 10 seconds. Well within expected margins. We have located a sector with Yokovenko. Coefficient of approximately, I don't know, 0.62. Which makes it stable enough to hold a camp.
1985? Is this some kind of sick joke?
Uh-oh.
Wait. Those equations I saw on the walls earlier. If the variables were... Yes. God. It actually explains this. But it also means... I'm fucked.
Uh-oh. I guess I am fucked then. We're stuck... We're stuck in another dimension, traveling through time that is not linear. That's not good. What do we got going on over here? Well, there's a whole camp over here. What does this note say? Very first thing we did after arriving was install this security system. Now, if you want to enter the team quarters from Sector A1, you must scan your ID card. And I asked why we even needed this, considering we're the only people here. I don't believe that. Betanov just said it was a direct order from someone named Krezanov. I don't recall any professor by that name. Huh. Anyway, soon, participating in my first failed mission, I absolutely can't wait. What do you mean? I need to find a card to get in here, huh? See a note in there. Oh, alright. Go look around. Hopefully I can find a card. Or worse yet, find a dead body with a card. Wait, what? Are you alive? You're not alive. Okay. That was weird. Sure. Okay, what does this say? Alexstrov's note. Initially, we were told that we were the first. Vanguard of science. Doing great work for the sake of the party. But right before we moved out, Colonel Kresnov from the KGB handed me a folder stamped top secret. He didn't say a word, just winked and left. What do you mean, motherfucker? Turns out, our expedition is the second one. The first investigator, well, he went missing. Some physicist back in the 1970s. That's me! The document states that after approximately 2 minutes, he panicked, screaming that he couldn't find the exit. Then the transmission cut out. They never heard from him again. I understand that our theory has advanced since then. Yakovenko did brilliant theoretical work, and we now know that the spatial topology of this place is far more complex than we initially anticipated. But I feel deeply uneasy. Kernenko told me that he suspects that the space isn't the only variable here. He's right, we might be completely fucked. As the chief, I'm supposed to keep the moral high, but yeah, dude, there's not much morale you can keep high if, you know, we're just all getting trapped here, and it's like literally a spatial anomaly, a time anomaly. I need a key card. Is there one over here? Man, I would hang out here for a bit. At least there's like food and stuff. Sit down, eat some food, chill. Like, we're already stuck here. Which is funny though, because I've been in here for what? A couple minutes, and it's supposedly been 15 years? Maybe it is true. Maybe this guy should just run as fast as possible and try to get out. It'll be the year 3000 by the time he finds an exit. I found a card at least. Alright, we got another note. Today is approximately December 25th. Hey, nice, Christmas. 1985. I fully anticipated that our watches would fail here, so I kept track of time using alternative methods. A few days ago, the intern was scouting a sector, A1, right next to the camp. He returned, but, well, it would have been better if he hadn't. Now he just stares at the wall, occasionally screaming. I'm not entirely sure what he stumbled upon out there. The team's morale is practically non-existent at this point. They're all whispering about this place being hell, purgatory, some kind of American trap? Every single one of their theories is absolute bullshit. While the fundamental nature of this anomaly remains unknown to me, I'm convinced that Yakovenko's calculations contain a fatal flaw. Specifically, in his transformation matrix. His equations iterate that this space is spatially unstable and that any sector with a coefficient below 0.3 should result in total material annihilation. Yet, we observe no such thing. In fact, the physical environment has been exceptionally stable. The walls are solid, gravity is consistent. Yovenko missed something crucial, and we'll be the one to find it. Uh-oh. Yeah, it has something to do with time, for sure. And yeah, like, everything's solid. I'm running, I'm touching things. Is that me? Am I seeing myself? Wait a second. Why did I hear a radiation detector? What was that? Something change over here? What is going on here? I don't like feeling like I'm trapped in a time loop. I gotta escape this place. I have a bad feeling about it. What do you guys think? You think I'm gonna be able to get out? Or do you think, or if he does, is it gonna be like really far in the future? Or far in the past? Or is he just gonna end up going crazy and being stuck here? Well, I guess we're gonna find out. Alright. Should be, at least. Becoming impossible to track time here. Watches don't work. Can't even feel my own pulse anymore. Most of us don't sleep. It's as if we don't need to. Communication with HQ cut out the day after we arrived. 2 other expedition members and I tried to make it back to the exit. Walked for what felt like days, only to find ourselves walking right back into the camp. That's the same thing that happened to me. The chief is broken. He doesn't leave the corner. He calls his office. The guys from the field team mentioned they saw someone in an older model hazmat suit. That's me! In that eerie room with the holes in the walls that retract to being watched. So tired. The only one who's still able to function is Associate Professor Chernunko again. He just keeps calculating something in his quarters. Probably gone completely insane. Senior Field Engineer Spetnov. So, the other people who were here also going completely insane. Fine. Why is it so dark over here? I keep feeling like I'm gonna fall through the ground. I don't like it. But I can keep pushing forward. What else have you guys found in here? Gas mask? I'm already wearing a hazmat suit though, but I would probably take an upgrade if I'm using 1970s gear and we're already finding stuff from the 80s. Take stuff, dude. Take it! Alright, well now it's 1986. We decided to make a last attempt. When we left the camp, it was January 13th, according to Chernenko. Our whole team, except him and Alexandrov, we walked, and walked, and walked. I could have sworn we'd been walking for at least several months when we saw it. In the middle of the darkness, the exit, an elevator similar to the one we used to get here, but older, maybe? It is difficult to describe how happy we were to see it. We entered the elevator, and it started moving up, and then I felt like reality itself was dissolving. A loud bang, complete darkness. The next thing I could see is the ceiling of our camp. It was a dream, or rather a nightmare. I could have thought so. If it hadn't been the shock of the faces of the other crew members who found themselves in the exact same situation, we have collectively decided to end this. Sector A1 has Yakhnovenko coefficient of around 0.51. In practice, they say this means that if no one observes it, it remains generally stable. If we are all dead, there will be no one left to observe it. Hopefully, we will finally find peace. Yakhnovenko refuses the idea, but promised to avoid Sector A1 to prevent further observation side effects. Alexandrov's is part of this place now. Stepanov. Wait, so they think that just because it's being observed that it's still here. But I'm here, and I'm seeing it. So am I screwing up their plan? Wait a minute. Okay, well, what's going on over here? Maybe I can find this elevator and get the hell out of here. Huh? Whoa. Alright. Well, here's some stairs to somewhere. Oh, God. Leap of faith? Alright. Hello? Everything is very red. Well, let's keep going. I refuse to be trapped in this place, in this spatial anomaly. We'll find our way out. Wait. This looks similar to the first room, but now the lighting is red. Maybe I'll find the elevator. Where is it? I want to find my way out of here. All I was doing was science. No way out. Oh, for fuck's sake. Bloody handprints again everywhere. Why'd they board this up? Was it why? Tell me. Tell me why this was boarded up. Note number 2. I'm starting to notice signs of someone's presence in the area. The radio is behaving erratically here. But I'm receiving transmissions similar to number station broadcasts? Could be the next expedition, or perhaps the previous one? I read Alexandrov's folder he brought with him. Because of what I found, I've decided to abandon the main camp and continue my work from here. This specific room is fairly secure, but it is flanked by 2 sectors, with Yakhnovenko's coefficients of 0.11 and 0.18, respectively. At such low values, degradation is absolute. The entryways and exits are in the state of constant, violent flux. Without knowing the exact sequence to bypass the anomalies, it is mathematically improbable for an outside intruder to navigate through the threshold and stumble upon this location. But I just did! That's not good.
I can't remove the planks without a proper tool.
Alright, we need to find a crowbar. Time to be Gordon Freeman. I'm gonna assume this one, because it's got a bloody handprint. I'm gonna assume that they left markers to be able to get through here. The hell? What is this thing? What? Got like a giant floating donut? Yeah, I think the dude who came through here put markers so you know which one to go through and not end up back in the room. It has to be. It's pretty smart, but at the same time, bleeding yourself out just to get through. Alright. What do we got going on over here? A scanner. Alright. I'm currently positioned directly above Sector F8. We discovered it at the very beginning of the expedition. For everyone. Well, it was initially believed that this sector was impossible to navigate. A seemingly infinite field of pillars, shrouded in absolute darkness. In fact, within our standard spatial model, it was impossible to cross. However, I've recently begun receiving strange rhythmic signal orienting from the far side of the field. This implies that navigation is possible via radio... What is that? Radio genometer? I don't know what the hell that is. Direction finder. I've also deployed a local radio transmitter at my current position to ensure a safe route back. But on the display, the red tracker indicates the foreign signal. The yellow tracker marks its own transmitter. Oh god. Okay. So, how do I use this thing? I have to use it to get through here? But how? Okay. I want to head toward the red one? Well, let's hope for the best, I guess. Here? Nope, over one more. Damn, this is sketchy. I feel like I'm gonna fall through the floor again. How about now? Closer. Alright, so we gotta go this way. Come on, dude. Please tell me these scientists actually figured something out useful. Seems like I'm heading directly toward it. So hopefully this is correct. Because it is dark as hell over here, dude. Alright. Heading into the void. Gotta find my way out of this spatial anomaly. Where the fuck am I going? That noise now. Getting closer, I think, but... Oh, there's a wall here. What? Why does it sound like somebody crying? Huh? Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Is this what I was looking for? That is half a man. Damn, brutal. What happened to him?
What the fuck was that?
Wait, so maybe people are like immortal in here, so even if they're trying to kill themselves, they just kind of fall apart? Why was he cut in half? What happened to him? Alright, well, hopefully that wasn't this dude leaving me the notes. Was it Travanko? Leaving the camp and changing my location was the right move. Following the radio signal, I found them. The new expedition? More like a pack of illiterate murderers who think an AK-47 is a universal solution to all problems. They speak our language, yet they don't seem to share even a fraction of our scientific or engineering culture. How did they get here? Who in their right mind would approve this? Anyways, I don't think they will be of any use. Found soldiers here now? What happened to them? Let me guess, they blew away the goddamn scientists. Stupid ass military. Alright, well, I'm going up, I guess. Where the hell am I going to? Alright. Where are these soldiers, and where the hell is this scientist? You gotta help me get out of here, dude. I don't want to be here for all eternity. Here's some sort of strange noises. Hello? Alright, here we go.
What? Another can?
Just the crazy soldiers. Here's something fucked up's going on over here. What are these noises? What do you gotta say, Note? What is this now? 1997! Oh, crap. Well, we're even further in the future now. Sergeant Boytenko, 5 hours inside the flesh room? What do you mean, flesh room? Junior Engineer Kabalov received 10 lashes. What is going on here? Handwritten note. That motherfucker of an associate professor keeps irritating me. Cut his fucking legs off. Let's see if he agrees to help him walk out. Are they the ones that chopped him in half? No. Head of expedition, Captain Strelkov. How come these guys are so much more brutal? Did they kill the other scientist? You bastards! There's no way! Well, hopefully they don't capture me. Get out of here in one piece! This is a total catastrophe. I don't even know where to begin. Bunch of higher-up assholes from the committee in expensive suits came to... They dumped a pile of classified documents on my desk and said, "We need this project to continue." What project? Calculated by ancient dick Yaknovenko? What the hell? How come these guys are kind of terrible? Alright, the very project has already killed at least 11 people in the middle of a severe economic crisis. It just muttered something about a matter of international prestige and left. Of course, our funding is near zero. Somehow we managed to prepare the collider after 8 years of idleness, but when it came to assembling a team, we only had myself, 2 volunteers left from the Institute. For the management, however, this wasn't an issue. They can no longer give orders to scientists. They still can command the army, meaning this so-called expedition now consists of 2 scientists, 1 engineer, and 7 soldiers who don't look friendly at all. By some miracle, the collider worked within expectations. We breached the space 2 days ago using Alexandrov's corrections to Yakovenko's original equation, and yet, only order we have received so far is to stand by. Great. Now it's Semchenko, another one? They're full of soldiers, though. That's not good. Oh yeah, there's my Gordon Freeman crowbar. Nice. What? Do I go back, or do I just keep pushing forward? I have no idea. Where's this go? Huh? More rooms over here. I swear, what is that flesh room that they were talking about? I'm so curious. Scrawled note. 2 fucking morons got drunk in the pantry, and one of them stabbed the other. The motherfucker kicked the bucket right there. And now, his body is somehow merged with the pantry itself? The walls are literally bleeding. Some kind of gross pulsating flesh that started growing all over them. The worst part is that this pantry is the only corridor that connects our computer lab with the rest of the base. What? How the fuck am I supposed to work on my program to get out of here if this is the kind of environment? I complained to Strelkov, but he just smirked and said, "This problem might be turned into an opportunity, and I should mind my own business." What the fuck does he mean by that? Knows. What the... Well, I want to see this flesh room. Is it over here? They killed a guy in here and he became a room? What the... What's going on in this goddamn hellhole? Okay. Got another one. Yesterday, communication with Moscow went dead. Today, Kiev isn't responding either. Astana, Minsk, Penskent, absolutely nothing. Conclusion? Nuclear war? That didn't happen, dude. You're just trapped. Those diploma-wielding whiners are crying to me that some fairy tales about radio waves and time distortion. They lost their fucking minds? How can time curve? Not a rifle barrel. Enough. Our only chance to survive in here is iron discipline. Sorry, Strelkov, but you're wrong. This place is definitely a time anomaly. I'm from real far in the past compared to you bastards. And all you're doing is killing each other. Alright, well, let's try to push forward then. Unless I do, I just have to head back through that room. I'm curious, what's over here? The flesh room? Huh? Keeps going up. What am I looking for over here? I got a crow. There it is! Yeah, dude, the flesh room. Cool. There's multiple people.
This is literal hell.
You can see their faces too. Crazy, dude! Ah, this is cool. Yeah, they did make a flesh room. Okay, the note was correct. What? It's not punishment. Strelkov is blind. He doesn't understand. It's not punishment. The womb. The walls. They don't just bleed. They breathe. They talk to me in Suryoga's voice. Suryoga didn't die when he was stabbed. He just stopped being separate from everything. I can feel it under my fingernails, growing inside my skin. Why leave? The world outside is cold and dead. Moscow's dead. Everything is dead. But here, it is warm. It's so warm. I don't want to go back to the barracks. Let me stay. Let me stay. Let me stay. Let me stay. That's why there's two of them here? Bro. So he just became part of this of this crazy dimension. The other guy just gave up. He's like, alright, I'm joining you, bro. It's all good. Any more information in here? That's some... Wait. I can hear something. What do you mean run the program? Program attempts to collapse the local 3D geometric manifold by overloading the core collider loop. Designed by Professor Kurlov to exploit anomalies in the local space-time continuum. The system differential equation described in the boundary layer remains unsolved due to lack of raw computational power, Pentium 2 architecture. The variance calculation cannot be completed. Expected outcomes. Successful displacement. Subject is ejected outside the boundaries of the local manifold back to the baseline reality. Architectural merge. Subject's physical mass and cognitive matrix are compressed into spatial geometry, permanently becoming... Wait a minute, I couldn't finish the math. Strelkov's at the door. God forgive us. I'm gonna go back and open that I don't trust this. I don't want to run this program. No, 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 no. That's gonna merge me with this reality. I refuse. Nope. I got that crowbar, so I'm heading out of here. I don't trust these guys. I don't trust... Like, if this is what happened to them, I'm not merging with it, so let's get out of here. I will gladly go back through the crazy void and see what they figured out over there, because I don't trust these dudes from the 90s. They're crazy. God's sake, they killed each other and made flesh rooms. That's so messed up. Alright, well, I got a crowbar, so I'm going back. I gotta know. Alright. Yeah, this goes back. We can go back into that void room and use our what was it called? Radio detector thing? Hopefully that'll help us go back to where I saw that room that was boarded up. I just feel like that's a better choice than this shit. Nuh-uh. Alright. Alright, here's where the guy was in half. Yeah. Yep. Okay, here we go. Back into the void. I gotta head back this way. Yep, alright. Man, this place does feel like hell. All red and the floor is dark. Like, that's crazy. Heading the right way, right? Alright, yeah, this way. Alright, we head through the void, we head back. Hopefully, I can just find out what the other scientists figured out over there. I do not trust what those dudes were doing over there. I don't want to run that guy's program. And I'm merged into a flesh room as well. I refuse. I want to escape this place. Not become one with it. Oh god. I hope I'm making the right choice. What do you guys think? Is this the right choice to make? we gonna escape? Maybe the old... I'm just hoping that the old school math is actually better. Aha! Oh, thank God. Alright. Let's hope that this gives me an exit. I don't even care if I'm in the future by a little bit. Better than becoming a flesh worm. Alright, now I gotta follow these blood trails back. Right, here's the UFO looking donut thing. I don't know what the hell this is. Alright, back this way. Yep. Aha! Here we are. Back at the boarded area. No way out. We're gonna find a way out of here, that's for sure. Come on. Place seems a little bit safer, to tell you the truth. What is this? Let's see. What do they gotta say? Travanko's note. Travanko was nothing but a blind theorist. The bastard is probably dead by now, rotting in his luxurious Moscow apartment. Well, I'm rotting here because of him. Finally understand this place. The main issue isn't the spatial inconsistency, it's time. Time here isn't linear. It's... Apology is closure to 5-dimensional... What? We're in the 5th dimension? All these infinite hallways and loops happen because we are traversing time, not space. Turn a corner and end up where you started. Not because the corridor is broken, but because the anomaly just reset you to the exact timestamp of your previous visit. Oh, that's how why people are going crazy? More importantly, this dimension reacts to computations. I've been using my personal computer to alter the stability levels. I even wrote a program that could collapse this whole manifold and eject the user back to a stable baseline. Yes! My hardware is a joke. The program requires processors capable of at least a million operations per second. Such power in science fiction. I have to go back to that other computer now and stick the disk in? I've saved the routine in a floppy disk and left it here. For me, it might be minutes. The decades will pass outside. I can only hope that the next expedition brings a machine powerful enough to run it. Brr! Alright, I'm heading back. Wait a minute. Okay, we gotta go back through the goddamn void room. Alright, well, got the tools to traverse it, but I don't like it. Okay, so we gotta go this way again. Let's head to the darkness. Yes, here we go. Perfect. Alright. Hopefully there's no goddamn creatures over here that are gonna attack me or something. No? Seems like everybody just died in this place. They all... I just hear somebody yell. Everybody just became hopeless, except for this one man. He's like, I'm getting out of here, you sons of bitches, you hear me? Well, let's see if this is the right option. I really hope it is. I want to survive. I want to get out of here. Get out of this damn crazy spatial anomaly backroom bullshit. Alright. Computers over here through the flesh room. Alright. Come on, man, we got this. Got this, bud. Hopefully this damn computer's strong enough to run whatever the hell that the professor wrote. You see right now, these guys are just stuck here for all eternity. Yeah. I'm not down with that. Nope, nope, nope. Not down with that. Alright, here goes nothing. We're gonna run Chernenko's program. Stick it in, bud. Gonna collapse the reality. Fatal error! Wait! Coefficient calculated. Self-correction. Collapsing dimension! Yes, come on! Did it work? Please tell me we got out of there. Wait a second.
Doc. Doc, do you copy? Finally, the signal's through. Listen, the mission is about to begin, so I have to read you the protocol line by line, according to the manual.
I'm not going in.
Right. Protocol 324. By order of the Institutes.
No, dude.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, cancel. Cancel! I already went in there. I was stuck there for millennia.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Doc, change of plans. The mission is cancelled. Turns out Yakovenko completely fucked up the math. There is no dimension down there. Just a bunch of empty space and solid rock. We're pulling the elevator back up. Let's go home.
Yes! We survived! I am alive! Fantastic! We got the good ending. I'm so happy about that. Yes, I was resolved and released. Dude, that was awesome. That was really good storytelling. Super fun. I very much enjoyed this. Like, that was just good all around. Everything about it. Fun story. Very, I don't even know, imaginative? Like, it's very similar to, like, the Backrooms. But, I don't even know. In, like, a weirder kind of way. But I did very much like this. Super cool. Hey, I always leave the games in the description. Give this one a download. Give it a play. Go give this developer some love and some support. I really, really enjoyed this. And I'm so glad I got the good ending. I had a feeling if I would have just started up the program, it would have just been instant death. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment and subscribe for more. Hey, test me. I read and reply to every single comment. So shoot me one. Request a game. Say hey. Say what's up. Anything you want to say. It really helps out with the forbidden YouTube algorithm. And of course, thanks for watching. As always, Bobe-Wan here, and peace out.